Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. Elephant Man _podcast, Facebook /Elephant Man Podcast, and YouTube. All right. Also Twitter too, if you're on Twitter too. Is Twitter /posterboy. So blessings to everybody. It's not gonna be no deep study. I know the box look deep, and also too, I seen on my box. I have to apologize. It's a typo. Instead of misconduct with a D, it's got a T because I'm typing and moving too fast. So please forgive me. I will fix that box, but don't hold it against my scholarship. Blessings to everybody this evening. Again, it's not going to be a heavy study. I'm just going over the words that have been taught that has been tossed around as of late. Things like disinformation and misinformation and anti-Semitic misinformation and all that kind of stuff. So I just pulling up a few definitions of the word and different words, and we're going to look at it. We're going to chew the fat a little bit. It's not an exhaustive study. If I get more information, it will be a part two to it. But if not, then hey, we're going to be done with it. So also, shout out to Brother Tail Ministries and them. I wanted to do a second Exodus 101 with the scriptures and everything like that. Because a lot of people are new to the awakening. A lot of people don't believe in or understand the second Exodus. So he sent me some emails. He sent me some scripture today pertaining to the second Exodus. I'm looking over them. It's amazing, right? So I'm looking into that. We're looking into doing that. And then, of course, we're going to have to go with the Sham, Ham, and Japheth. Shout out to Brother Dante Fortson and others. I mean, even Pastor Kelly. Shout out to them. They got multiple shows breaking that down. But I just want to do a overall when it comes to that Japheth, Ham, Semitic. Okay, it's a play on words. And I think I know a reason why that it's like that, because somebody don't want their cover blown, right? But we're getting to that. Let's go see what's all up in here. Rohan, let me put my glasses on, man, because these lights, you'll be surprised how bright it is in here. It's not showing as bright on the screen, but it's bright in here, man. Rohan, blessings to you. Shalom. John Smith, elephants in the room. Amen. Faithful sister in Yah, blessings to you. Shalom, family. You love Yah. Blessings to you. Too much artificial light. It's one of my college friends. Too much artificial light. Well, I'm in a room, so if I was outside, I would have less control over the lights. Also, type in who you are, because this is how my stuff show up for my Facebook people. Type in who you are. Dale J, you already know. Hey, I got some merch coming out, and guess who's gonna be one of the first ones to get some? Dale J, for sure. He know why, and I appreciate you, Dale J, for all that you do and all that you're doing. So I thank you. Right, it keeps the show running, right? And so I really appreciate you. Okay, my life totally. Let me see. Yeah, my life totally. Shalom. Miss November 68. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Blessings to you. All right. Oh, Nicole Marie. Shalom. Blessings to you. Shout out to my wife, LaDonna Bazell. Blessings to you. Ninja Firewolf. Man, we be up in the morning checking out Brother Karras and Covenant Awakens. They be getting it in. Ninja Firewolf, one of the early risers. We be up in that piece. All right. So we just go in there. Kimberly J. Oh, wait, more people coming in. and some people leaving out. It's all good. That's why I like to that's why I like the recordings. Um, and I'm on that capacity too, y'all. I'm going to upgrade my membership so I can be able to get some more hours. But anyway, Kimberly J, shalom. Jessica Figures, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you. Shalom, shalom, blessings to you. Too much in our eyes. We are blinded by it. See what I'm saying? No, you're not. You're not blinded by it. This is my mom. Somebody, who is this right here? You're not blinded by it. I'm saying if you were sitting where I'm sitting, it's a soft light, but it's still like, bing. All right. So blessings to everyone. Blessings to everyone. We're going to get right into it, man. And one thing I'm going to say about this awakening, man, what those who don't believe Shalia Rochelle. Oh, that's a GOC. I clicked on one. And blessings to you, GOC. Blessings, shalom. But one thing, like I said, it's not a deep study. We just chewing the fat. I should just call it chewing the fat on the Shabbat. I am Izzy D. Adam. Oh, from Terre Haute? No, you're not from Terre Haute, are you, Izzy D. Adam? One of my friends from TH. Let's see. Shabbat shalom, man. Shabbat shalom. So, one of the things that's very, very interesting is a lot of claims of different things. But right now, the claims with not just Kyrie. It's not just about Kyrie or Ye. But I look at how you could just dismiss anything other than your agenda. BIPOC. Oh, we made that BIPOC. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, man. Email me. I think my email is across the bottom of the screen. Email me so we can chop it up. But I think one of the main things is people don't want you to study. People don't want you to investigate. People don't want you to question nothing but what they say and how they say it, right? And don't nobody want to be held accountable, but everybody want to hold us accountable. That's what it seemed like to me. I can't speak for people in the chat and people that's watching this live later on, but everybody, we have to turn the other cheek. We got to this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying we're not supposed to do those things, but I'm saying, but everybody get a pass, right? Everybody else just get a pass to do and say whatever they want to do. I don't know why people feel that way, right? And you can't challenge or question anything. CTR, that critical. Oh, brother Ruhama, she stopped by. We definitely got to come back up there and check you out. I always say that. We definitely, me and the wife, will come back up there. They got a good soul food restaurant up there. We definitely come up there. But everybody wants to keep us in a certain area, a certain space, right? Like we only football, baseball, basketball, rapping, right? Popping bottles, buying a bar. You know what I mean? Pouring champagne on people. We're more dynamic than that. That's not the whole collective, right? That's the stereotype, right? And that's what they try to portray. And a lot of times it's somebody else's imagination of who we are. It's somebody else's I can't get that out, but it's somebody else's thought, narrative of who we are, who we're supposed to be. We are made in the image and likeness of Yah, right? And we're Judah, right? So Judah means praise. So we're supposed to lead people back to the Most High, not draw them away, not sell our soul to the highest bidder. And so a lot of times we get caught up. We might be first generation of wealth, or second generation in college or whatever. Made it out the hood, get these endorsements, right? And then you get abused and misused sometimes, right? You get abused and misused. Eddie Harris, shalom. You get abused and misused sometimes, and you can't say it or do nothing about it. You just a punching bag. No, Deuteronomy 28, no man shall buy you. No man shall come to your rescue. No man shall come to your aid. We can do whatever we want to you. No, it don't work like that, right? Because I think another reason why this information, and I'm gonna get into it, I'm gonna show y'all what I got. Um, got to be hidden is because somebody gonna be held accountable if this information comes out fully, full blown. So somebody gonna be held accountable. If we are who we say we are, it's gonna be big problems for somebody. So in order to suppress it or control the narrative, we have to say you guys are crazy. You guys are you guys are looking for identity. You guys really don't know who you are, right? But I'm saying this: everything that we watch, everything that we read, we don't agree with. But why not look at it? Why say, look, don't start reading H2N, Hebrews to Negroes series. Watch the movie, and I'm telling you, my friends, I have friends, not even spark the interest in it by saying don't do it. Right? It's just how we are as people. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why not? Because it's anti-Semitic disinformation. Okay, make me want to see what's going on in that book, right? And then other people, they don't even look into it. They just take the celebrity or the person who they trust in front of them word for it, and they go with it, right? It fits the narrative, or it doesn't give me any gain. So okay, we're gonna run with that story, you know. And these people can't be wrong, especially people that looks like us. You know, look, Barkley say something to Shaq, if somebody get on there, no, you should do. Bam, next thing you know, I ain't got to look at it. I ain't got to read it. I ain't got to investigate it. I love Shaq, right? Or I like Barkley or whatever, and they're part of the same quote unquote community. So boom, I'm done with it. No, research. Do your due diligence. Research. Look into it, okay? Look into it. So all these misinformation and disinformation and all that, but I want to show something real quick. All right, misinformation versus disinformation. So I'm gonna read just some definitions and different things like that. All right. So slideshow. That was the original title of it before I said, excuse me, miss. All right, disinformation. What is this disinformation that is being thrown around? And you know, what are they talking about? Right? False information, which is intended to mislead, especially propaganda. I had to write that word down. Issued by a government organization to a rival power or a media. So false information, disinformation. Now, you gotta have that same energy when you see somebody is spreading disinformation. Make sure you're not spreading disinformation. Okay, make sure you're not doing that. Disinformation, false information, deliberately and often covertly spread as by the planning of rumors in order to influence public opinion or obscure the truth. So it's deliberately. Disinformation is deliberate, right? They saying that it's a deliberate thing. It's on purpose, right? So, but I also think about even how Ron Jr. posted that a theater that Shaq owns played H2 movies. Well, that's interesting. Pause real quick. You'll see Ron Dalton posted that a theater that Shaq owns played the H2N movie. Wow. Yeah. But and then like what Barkley's comment, he said, man, you ain't gonna take my money. You ain't gonna take my $40 million and disrespect my religion. I don't even think that's what happened. And this is the reason, like I was telling my wife, I am so glad he didn't say nothing. Check this out. Okay, there's some haters on your back, or check this out. There's some liars or some people. He didn't say none of that. He didn't say any of that. He was just like, posted it. Check it out. Right? And then it was just, see, when you got a bigger platform, you're supposed to be quiet. I used to always wonder how with football, baseball, basketball, rappers, they would leave the hood, make a gazillion dollars. They would move away from the hood. And then, like, what happened to that bridge, that connection? And the Ruach was showing me it's a fake classism that separates. So you in the hood or whatever, you make it out the hood, you get your little D1 scholarship, you make it to the NBA, NFL, make it to the music industry, movies or whatever, and you might take care of people around you, but you never really go back. A lot of times, a lot of people have never really, because that's a couple of million. If you get a couple of athletes together, they can change a lot of neighborhoods, right? They say, I'm born and raised here. I came from here, this, that, and other. I mean, they might have a cap here and there, throw out a few T-shirts to some kids, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about really going in there, buying back the block, and that's a whole other different show. I don't want to get into that. But I'm saying, after you get your meal tickets and all of these multi-million-dollar deals, you should be able to go back and help your people out. Why is our stuff still desolate and still tore up? Probably one of it is because of Deuteronomy 28, and no man shall buy you, right? No man's going to be your savior, right? Until we trusting, we waiting on Superman to save us. We waiting on the parties, the political parties to come in and save us. But as you ever notice, it don't matter if who in office, our hood be looking the same. I mean, we might get a road paved right before election time, you know what I mean? Or they might come to church, local church, and hug a baby. But I'm talking about real change, real to give us autonomy. We got to be able to bring something to the table, right? So we have to educate ourselves, and we got to look out for one another. And the real reason I knew that we was disorganized, I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is not the show, when that stimmy hit. When that stimmy hit, it showed where our hearts was, right? It shows why almost like an old David Chappelle show. What if they want you run the lottery and you buy he was cracking them, or you'll buy Cadillac went up and and all that. But we all over the place, right? We all in Walmart getting more flat screens, and I'm not saying you can't have that stuff. And we buying a bunch of stuff and Jordans and all this stuff. I'm like, man, look, if a plot of land, don't get me started now. Plot of land costs $10,000, right? Right? And 5 people got two stacks from the stimulus season. Man, buy that land, grow some food on it. That's wealth right there, right? Or put something on it, a business on it, or put your money together, right? Put your money together. So, but that's why I knew that we was disorganized. So we need the Most High to get us back together. Because when I seen that, I'm like, man, a matter of fact, we got a couple of stimmies, right? And I'm not saying everything was wasted, right? But I'm saying, what did you say? I'm trying to remember who posted it, but Ron's IG page. Okay. Yeah, if you can get it, you can put it in the chat. But yeah, anyway, disinformation, I ain't gonna get off course. But sometimes it'll say one thing and we'll be somewhere way else. So that's disinformation. So people claiming disinformation, anti-Semitic disinformation, right? Or not just that, but just disinformation, period, right? What about when the jab came out and you was like, I'm good, love. I ain't gonna take, for those who didn't take it. Again, I'm not telling you what to take, but those who said, I'm good, love, I ain't taking it because of ABC, X, Y, Z. I did my due diligence. I did my research. I found out what was in it. And plus, I know where we're going as a world. And plus, I know what we're trying to do. We're trying to get some, well, I ain't gonna go into all that. But that's a whole other show. And then I said, I'm not going to do it. And it's like, that is medical disinformation. They was calling it medical disinformation because you educated yourself and said, nah, I'm straight. Now, those who are on here who took it or who watching the live and took it, it's no, I'm not against you. I'm not against you at all, right? It is what it is. But you can make your own educated decision after you educate yourself. So just to say trust science, or just to say some people came to me like this. Did you go to medical school? Oh man, okay then. If you didn't go to medical school, what are you doing? What are you saying? I ain't saying nothing, right? Even if there's some of these resources not even ours, but the simple fact that we are educating ourselves and pointing people to public information, public books, public record, public websites, right? You point somebody in the direction of public information. And next thing you know, man, medical disinformation, all this, man, misinformation. Whoa, I didn't come up with that. I didn't write that. I didn't publish that. I didn't, whatever. But when in my research, I found this, I found that. And it's very interesting. And so I match it with another one. I give me my different sources, right? And then I say, I'll make an educated decision. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Please, no. We give you some lottery tickets. I'm not joking. Some you get lottery tickets. Nah. We'll give you all kind of stuff. Please, no. We give you some tickets to the game. No. I said take it. What? Take it or else. Whoa. You're gonna lose your job because you mess it. Whoa, wait a minute now. We let you take yours first. You at the front of the line. When have we been at the front of the line for anything? Right? Maybe the cheese line back in the day when I was coming up. We used to get that cheese and that block of butter. Made some good grilled cheese sandwiches, but I digress. But when have we ever been pushed to the front of the line? When have people been benevolent? No, y'all take it first. Why? Because we love y'all. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for having to change your heart after 400 years. Anyway, let's get back to this. So when you do your own, you point people. So that's what pretty much what Kyrie was doing. He was pointing people in the direction. Hey, check this out. Check this out. Now he probably, and now it's like, say you sorry for pointing out hurtful information and anti-Semitic disinformation. It's like, wow, that joint's just crazy. He did that. He didn't even say nothing, right? Now we can say, yeah, Jay did say some stuff, but I think he was trying to get out of the contracts personally. Disinformation. Misinformation was different, okay? It said misinformation is incorrect or misleading information. It is differentiated from disinformation, which is deliberately deceptive. So they said disinformation is deliberately deceptive. So what he posted on his Twitter, which he recently took down, is deliberately deceptive, trying to hurt a group of people. Rumors are information attributed to any particular source, and so are unreliable and often unverified, but can turn out to be either true or false. So misinformation can be true or false, they're saying. Even if later retracted, misinformation can continue to influence actions and memory. That's true. People may be more prone to believe misinformation because they are emotionally connected to what they are hearing and reading. So that's another reason why we got to be careful with what we post, and we should vet the source. We can't get emotionally charged. Oh man, I like that picture. I like that meme, and then check out the source, right? People may the role of social media has made information readily available to us at any time, and it connects us and it connects vast groups of people along with their information at one time. Advances in technology has impacted the way we communicate information and the way misinformation is spread. Misinformation has impacts on our society ability to receive information, which influences our community, politics, and media field. So that's basically saying, look, so we do gotta get point. We got to get up on that and say, okay, it is a lot of misinformation. I'm saying you shouldn't try to keep anything back from anybody, right? We should have the ruach. We should have discernment. We get some information. Ruach, tell me something about this information. Well, if you got a relationship with them, is this true? Should I read this? Is it going to be edifying to me, right? Or is it some information? Sometimes it might not be edifying. It might be disturbing, but it might be information that you need to know. So you can't do the ostrich in the sand with it, because a lot of people be like, I ain't going to worry about that. Just get that away from me because it's making me feel sad or making me feel bad or making me feel whatever. No, educate yourself. Educate yourself. We not just, and that's a barometer, right? They look at us and say, you know what? They dancing, they eating hot chips, they double dutching, they okay. They laughing, they got another little comedy out, a little Wakanda Forever, Woman King, and all this, they cool. But then when you start saying, hey man, what's going on? I want some more information on this. Then they got to bring somebody who's on staff, uh, somebody from staff that they got on payroll that looks like us, that we've built trust with, that we trust, and we say, hey, calm that down, or be cool with that. Be cool. It ain't like that. It ain't like that, y'all. Calm down. Go on back to your jump rope game and your TikTok video and then your hot chips and your juice. All right. Okay, you said it. We believe you. We love you. We accepted you, right? Or they put a professional up. See, that's another thing too. We look and say, man, he's in the medical field. She is an expert at this. He is an expert at that. Trust them. No, I'ma still read and do my stuff. You go to the bank, man, you still count your money before you walk away from the window. You still go into your account and see, okay, man, I'm missing $50. I'm missing $70. They make mistakes sometimes too. And now you just be $50 short or $100 short or whatever short, and you just ain't even missing it, right? Because you trust them that much, right? So let's look at the next thing. Or anti-Semitic misinformation. I got some links on that. I'm gonna put those in the chat. I'm gonna share that screen later. Oh man, what? Man, my slideshow Bob is messing up. Propaganda. I see that word tossed around a lot. Propaganda tossed around a lot. So I look it up. That's your dictionary, the best friend. Look up many different dictionaries. Because even if you took up anti-Semitic right now, that's a lot of it talking about hatred towards the Jewish people, right? And it's like, wow, okay. But you know what? And the same on the other foot, we are the punching bag to the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Candlestick maker bust you right upside your head with a candle, and he don't go to jail. He can call you whatever, and it is what it is. You know, you say some words, and man, it's Asian hate, it's anti-Semitic, it's white fragility. It's like, wow, we got to take the high road whether we want to or not. You can't go to jail, man. Like, man, he didn't even go to jail. That bro went home and ate a sandwich. I'm up somewhere with a lump on my head, stitches in my head. He at home eating a sandwich, right? My loved one's on the T-shirt. Rest in peace with teddy bears and all that. And you at the crib. You signing Skittles. Wow. You signing Skittles and iced tea. That's beyond hurting somebody's feelings, in my opinion. But anyway, information, especially of a biased, misleading nature, used to promote or publicize particular political cause or point of view. Not just political, though, right? But that could just be anything. So if you go against the narrative, and I think I got that word in here too, propaganda, the spreading of ideas, information, or a rumor for the purpose of helping or injuring an institution, a cause, or a person. So propaganda can either help someone or injure someone. It can be put out to injure someone. Ideas, facts, and allegations spread deliberately to further one's cause or to damage an opposing cause. So you could bring out propaganda to further your cause or damage an opposing cause. And right now we in the mid-election and all these different things going on. Man, I got so many cards. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you get a gazillion. You got a gazillion cards in your mailbox, man. Or you know, it is so many cards, but most of them is slanderous. Most of them is slanderous. They slanderous in the mug. Like, you don't vote for him. He this, that, and the other, and he stole this and took that and slapped the baby on a tricycle. And I'm like, wow, that's a terrible brother. But vote for me because I'm the best. Okay, bet. Take it how it is. Or don't vote for her because she this, that, and the other and stole money and pinched the cat. Dang. But vote for me because I'm the best. Right? So even if it's truth, halfway truth, or no truth, I'm going to spread this propaganda because I want to be in the seat of political seat. I want to be in office. I want not just for politics, but propaganda can be spread to either further one's cause or damage an opposing cause. So I might stretch a truth and put a whole 10% truth and 90% lie to try to damage your cause, right? And a lot of times we get gaslighted, ladies and gentlemen. When we start reading and vetting our sources and looking, and we start, man, that's propaganda, man. That's conspiracy theory. Yeah, there are some conspiracy theories. There are a lot. There are a lot of things that is not true. That is not what's going on. But other stuff, I ain't boo-boo the fool. Other stuff is going on, right? It's like, man, that ain't the truth. Man, that ain't true, man. Then you look, and it's like, well, why come it look like it's manifest? It look like it's manifesting. That ain't systematic, man. Y'all just don't know how to pull yourself up by y'all bootstraps. Y'all keep this, that, and the other. I was like, okay, every hood we going to look the same. Majority of them. It's like, man, make you think systematic. You just trying to blame somebody because you didn't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You know, but it's like, but if you purposely redline some stuff, purposely don't tell us about the loans and the grants, purposely don't put us on game, right? And then we can learn it. And then we know that's why I'm about to teach. Hey, bless this woman of God. Blessings to you. I'm about to teach the little bit I know about the growing, grow culture. You know, they say do it for the culture. We're doing it for the grow culture. We're going to start a grow culture, right? And some of you that live in warm weather down south, y'all got a longer growing season. Man, you better get to growing them collard greens and mustard greens and turnip greens. And well, not just greens, but you know, shoot, tomatoes and okra and watermelons. And I don't want to get into that because that ain't what the show about. But I'm saying we put each other on game, right? They put their people on game to be the employer, and we going to school to be the employee, to be the best employee, right? But we got to put ourselves on game. We got to start small businesses, put our stuff together. Okay, we ain't got the money alone, but we got the money together. We divvy up how we gonna cut that pie up. You ever see Shark Tank and Mr. Wonderful going in with Damon from Fubu? They divvy it up, or we both gonna go half and on this deal, and we gonna get this, that, and other. Y'all can divvy it up. They don't want us talking like this. Negro unity is what what's his name? J. Edgar Hoover said the greatest threat is Negro unity. Why? It's crazy. All right, let's see. Smear campaign. I heard that a lot too. The smear campaign, right? I thought you just put something in your hand, just smearing when I was younger, but don't judge me. A smear campaign, also referred to as the smear tactic or simply a smear, is an effort to damage or call into question someone's reputation. They calling in my boy's reputation. He crazy. He didn't take the jab. That's what they really mad at. one of the things they really mad at, because he didn't take that jab and he cool. They're like, well, guess what? You ain't doing no home games. Like, all right, bet. You ain't doing no away games either. Go sit down. Like, dang, they just played my dude. Flat Earth and crazy, this, that, and the other, and you don't believe we didn't go to the moon and blah, 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 blah. You got too big of a platform, 14 million followers, and you're giving this misinformation, disinformation. Crazy. Smear campaign is an effort to damage or call into question someone's reputation by propounding negative propaganda. It makes of using discrediting tactics, right? And I think that's one thing that's real interesting. When somebody build up, we're like, okay, first of all, these folk think they on the team because they got a little bit of money, right? Their money is nothing. It's a difference between rich and wealthy, like Chris Rock said. They play big bank, take little bank, right? They sign your checks to play in the NBA, NFL, movie, whatever. If they sign your checks, how much they got? Generational wealth. We might be 1 or 2 generations out of poverty. They 4, 5, 6 generations in, some of them, right? The owners of Hollywood and stuff like that. So they like, man, look, big bank take little bank. So when you on the team, you're doing what they want. You're making the money, you know. But then you say something, you have your own mind, you have your own opinion. All right, remember that endorsement. Remember that Nike deal. Remember that Gatorade deal. Hey, remember that Masked Singer. Nick Cannon, like, man, I got a lot of kids. They talking about taking the Masked Singer from me, right? They talking about taking Wildin' Out from me. It's like, man, look, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Professor Griff just got me hyped. Anyway, keep on going. I'm going to read some comments. Keep putting the comments in there. Smear campaign. It can be applied to individuals or groups. Common targets are public officials, politicians, political candidates, activists, and ex-spouses. The term also applies in other contexts, such as the workplace. So they get some activists. If you're going against the narrative or what we're trying to push or what we're trying to steer everybody, and you come up and you become a whistleblower and you go against, oh man, smear campaign. So-and-so was crazy, right? That's why a lot of times when a lot of those folk go into Hollywood, they got some old dirty tape or something crazy, you know, they got them doing something crazy on tape or sound, you know. So it's like, you ever get out of line, we're gonna put this tape out. You know what I'm saying? It's dirty, man. It's dirty out there. All right, so smear campaign. Malinformation. Now this one is crazy. Malinformation is information that is based on reality, but it is used to inflict harm on a person. So this is more, it's got malintent. So malinformation used to inflict harm on a person, organization, or country. Examples of malinformation: phishing, catfishing, right? Put a picture up. I'm just so beautiful, this, that, and the other. Then you pull up for the single guys and like, oh man, you don't look nothing like your profile. I'll be back, get in the car, never come back. Doxing, swatting, and revenge porn. Remember I tell you about that? They take these pictures and videos and they got them on file, man. So if you get out of hand, because once you become popular, rich and famous, they can't stop your influence. They can only maintain your influence, right? You become popular, rich, and famous, they can't stop your influence. So they can only maintain it. So I think, in my opinion, this is my opinion, some influences that got out of hand and got off course to them, this is my opinion. One is 45. 45 was clowning. 45, I know what I'm talking about. 45 was clowning. And some of the stuff I should laugh at, I shouldn't be laughing at. But I'm like, he getting on there saying this crazy stuff, man. And you know, he used to go on WWE. And you know, before the match, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to see me in the ring. You're going to get a steel chair upside the head. Well, he wouldn't say that. But he'd be like, you know, Little Rocket Man. And I'm like, man, this is a WWE. Sleepy Joe and all that. I'm like, man, they like, boo. I'm like, really? Really? He gonna really say he gonna drain the cesspool, the swamp. I'm gonna go. He's the only hope to go up to Washington and drain it. Because remember, like I said, he wasn't a Democrat or Republican, right? He got a Christian vice president. Bam. Hijacked the other part. Bam. Got in there because he couldn't come with no third party because them the two strongest parties in the. You can't be no Whig or no Green Tea Party and all that. They only believe Democrat, Republican. They ain't with that. So 45 clown, he believe in his hype. They stroking his ego. He got a few things done. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, when he started getting too crazy, everybody started distancing themselves from 45. They were like, I don't know that brother. I don't know that. Hey, they pulled his Twitter. Go sit in the corner. But I'm a billionaire. I don't care what you is. Go sit in the corner. Man, we ain't even see him. We was like, oh, he messed up his 8 years because he was supposed to do 8. Man, they like, man, you out of control. And then he was telling people not to take the jab and not to put the mask on. Bro, you messing it up. You know, you ain't getting 4. You ain't getting 8. You doing 4. Go get Joe. You're not doing 8, man. You messed your 8 up, bro. You messed your 8 up for real. That's just my opinion. I know some people are gonna be tripping. I'm gonna get some interesting emails after that one. But I think that he got too influential and got too big and started believing his own hype. And then it was like, bro, nope, you doing 4. That's it. You ain't doing no more. Because I believe, this is my personal opinion too, for those who vote and stuff, don't get on me, that the presidents are groomed and not elected. That's just my opinion, based off a few things. And then always do misinformation on the Elephant Man podcast. That's just some things that's just what I believe, man. And so you send me a bunch of stuff. See here, the electoral college. I get it. You can send it to me if you want to. That's just what I believe. They are groomed. Like they're grooming the next person before they, So he messed up, right? Because he just messed up. And I think another person that messed up, in my opinion, is Shakur Tupac. He messed up because he got too influential, but he's very intelligent, very calculated, Black Panther background, right? And he was talking about some of the videos you watch, man. He talking about, they want the thug image, thug life tatted on your stomach and all that stuff, and middle fingers up, but he was talking about getting banks and investing, and some of the videos. I'm gonna try to find a video. He talking about some other stuff. It's like, nah, bruh. Nah. You're supposed to be a thug. You're not supposed to be no businessman. And so he was talking that too much. And so to me, in my opinion, I could be wrong. And if I get more information on it, I'll come on publicly and say, no, I was wrong. I want to be right. It's about his righteousness instead of me being right. So it ain't about me saving face. But that's just my opinion. And I just think Big was a casualty of war. Like what y'all doing? Like, you got to go too, bro. Then after them bros left, then Nas and Jay-Z just boom put them right in their place. Boom. And then Jay-Z, he touched on stuff a little bit, but then he stayed in the zone. He stayed in the zone. That's what happened to Barack. I know y'all like Barack. Barack stayed in the zone. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Barack stayed in the zone. Thank you for the super chat. Blessings to you. Barack stayed in the zone. I remember I was at the school. And they was inaugurating and they were swearing him in, and I cried. Not like Jesse Jackson cried, like, we got a black president. I cried. I was not crying, boo-hooing, because I was in the class and I was teaching second grade. But my eyes was tearing up because I was like, oh, they finna mollywop this dude. I said, man, in my opinion, I thought they was gonna do another Kennedy. I was like, oh man, why he setting himself up like that? Why he set his family up like that? Why he do that? Why is he doing that? But he didn't, and he did 8 because he stayed the course. I'm like, okay, man, even though he don't, I know people say Barack this, Barack that. I get it, but I'm just saying, I don't know who's the most hated between him and 45, 44 or 45. One of them two, I don't know. They both was getting. During Halloween time and stuff, they'll have him hanging in the yard. You shouldn't be able to do that. Now that's anti-Semitism for real. That's hate right there, right? So, but I was just saying, man, that's crazy. So let's finish going because I got off a little bit, but I was just talking about when you get too powerful, you think you're on a team, you start doing a bunch of stuff, saying a bunch of stuff, right? Prince, he was all mad. Prince was like, man, you know who you was signing up with, bro? Warner Brothers, brother. You know how it go. Yeah, Barack is from Ham. She said Barack is not Shemitic. GLC. Hey, man. Hey, man. See, we going to get my fair use. Let me put my fair use banner up here. Hey, see? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so you get rolling and stuff, and they like, man, look, you gotta stay the course. Prince, he was like, man, he wrote slave on his face. Remember that? He wrote slave all on his face. And doing these albums started getting whacked, but he had to do so many albums, right? But like, the name of this album is called Buttercup. This is Buttercup Part 2. Like, man, Prince's albums is weak, man. Come on with the rah-rah, but he wasn't feeling creative because they was taking this job. They wasn't no real album named Buttercup, but they was just weird little albums, New Power Generation. I used to be a big Prince fan back in the day. And I was like, man, this album's in the middle was whack. But I didn't know he was going through that battles like that. So then when he finally was going to come out, it was about to be done. Then he's like, man, I'm about to remaster Purple Rain and something else. And then all of a sudden, he died in the elevator from an overdose. Like, he died in the elevator. He just passed out in the elevator. I think it said the elevator. He died in the elevator from an overdose. I'm like, well, dang. That's crazy. I mean, it's possible, but dang. Same thing with Mike. He was addicted to them painkillers, right? It was just like, and then that's a good. I don't want to say that because they was just basically saying that he had the masters to the Beatles and some other stuff, and so they was my wife. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to my wife. Blessed to you, Shalom. Yeah, and so Mike, I think he had the Beatles records or whatever. Now, what you call it was talking crazy. What's his name? Dick Gregory, like, they killed Michael with a laser from a. I'm like, Dick Gregory started talking crazy. Well, I ain't gonna say he started talking crazy, but I'm just like, why would they hit him with a laser from the top of what he's? I was like, okay, whatever, man. Maybe they did. Why would they shoot him with a laser? But anyway, so I'm saying when you get on that team, you get out of hand. You get out of hand. You don't stay in your place. You don't follow the narrative like JC, Barack, who from hell out of somebody. They like, look here. I'm telling you, you out of there. And so a lot of times, if you think about Kaepernick, and I'm not done, I still got some more slides. I just took it down. We almost going to get off here too. But if you think about Kaepernick, he took the knee. He was very influential. A lot of other people started taking the knee. And then this brought up, shout out to my wife, she was saying that at first he was sitting down during the anthem because of all the stuff that's going on. And then the vet came to him and said, hey man, don't sit down during the anthem. Why don't you take a knee? And so he said, all right, bet, I'll just take a knee. And so they're like, you're disrespecting the vets. And they start burning his jersey. And, ooh, man, y'all know how it was. But anyway, so that's a dangerous thing. And then they're like, why is he doing all this? He's a multi-million dollar multi-millionaire. He's making money. He live in certain neighborhoods. Why is he? Because he looked out and he was like, man, my people is down bad. And I'm going to use my platform for this. And that's what people are scared to do. They're scared to use their platform for good, right? They'll look and turn their head like, man, I want to say something, but I just got a Sprite deal. I'm in a Sprite commercial, so I'm sorry. I ain't going to say that, but Shalom, Calvin Andrews, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Sisters Knitting More, she slid on up in here. Shalom to you. My brother Ty. What Ty? I was on rollback song. Brew Cream. What's going on, sis? Shalom. I think I seen Ty up in here. Oh, there you go. Them contracts bind them. They own your likeness and name and act like, and so act right or be destroyed. Ooh, it's my childhood friend, man. Blessings to that brother. Man, they own your likeness. When we created in his image and likeness, You create something from your heart, right? And they own it. You can get some of it. Did you see that Tribe Called Quest documentary when they was at the height of their career? We thought that they was jumping, like, man, they got to check the rhyme, y'all, and all this stuff. And they're like, no, let me tell you, I'm guilty. Let me tell you, we get 40 cents. Like 40 cents? What a we get so much money per CD. They say they make their money off of touring, which is true. A lot of the artists make their money off of touring and selling shirts and stuff because the record companies, they own it. They own your likeness. They own all of that, right? So that's some heavy stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get back to this, man, because but that's what we talking about. So once you think you're on the team, like Owens and Herschel with the Walker and all of them cats, he not really on the Walker, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Fair use. We on the team, yeah. We. I said, bro, that don't mean nothing. Cam 2 players, Shalawam, Shabbat Shalawam. Blessed to you, blessed to you. John Smith in Atlanta, here in Atlanta. Oh yeah, even with that new thing with Quavo, man. Blessings. Oh, great wealth to Exodus. Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about that. We're gonna go into that Exodus. We're gonna go into that second Exodus because they need to be taught. And Teo sent me. I emailed him, and he sent me some all of the scriptures pertaining to the second Exodus, and I was reading them. Well, I ain't gonna say I was reading them at work because I was supposed to be working at work. I was reading them. Don't worry about when I was reading them. You want to do all your work? I read them. Don't worry about it. So, and I was like, wow, they're very good. So let's get back to this, man, before I get off. All right, before I get off topic. Oh yeah, fair use, please, man. Leave my stuff alone. And they did email me for yesterday's show. I don't know if y'all seen yesterday's show, but they emailed me about this one. About apologize again. What's wrong, Kyrie? If y'all ain't seen that show, I ain't even say nothing. I'm like, Kyrie, look how he holding his head. That's how I'm holding my head. Hold my head like that. Like, man, I ain't say nothing. They said I didn't get a strike, but I used that ESPN footage of Barkley and Shaq. So they was like, better watch it. So they didn't give me no strike, and they didn't take my stuff down. But I guess they were just saying like, hey, bro, don't talk about Shaq. Shaq made an album. You can't stop the rain. And he's with the Fushnickers. Y'all know about that old school hip hop. Anyway, let's get back into this. So malinformation. Let's see. Controlling the narrative. Controlling the narrative can be beneficial for the manipulator, I underline that, for many reasons. They can decide whether they are the hero, deserving of praise, or the victim needing sympathy. I'm going to read that part again. They can decide whether they are the hero, deserving praise, or the victim needing sympathy. In either situation, the accompanying actor is the villain. So whoever the antagonist is in that situation and in the narrative is the villain. So they can come out looking, real tough, or they can be the victim, bring out the world's smallest violin, and then you say, "Man, that's cool. Man, that's terrible. What happened to them? This, that, and the other. They went through a lot of atrocities. We're gonna leave them people alone." You know what I mean? And then the whole time they manipulating and clowning, and you know what I'm saying? Or they be the hero, like, man, I saved 5 cats from a burning building, climbed up the window, and they're like, man, that dude is great. That's a great man. Anyway, let's see. Next one. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I'm burping. Biding on defending the truth, right? So they like, there is truth and there is lies. Lies told for power and profit. He ain't lying, but he's talking about them, not us. And each of us has a duty and responsibility as citizens of America, and especially as leaders. Leaders who have pledged to honor our Constitution and protect our nation. Who pledged that? I guess somebody did. To defend the truth and to defend the lies. So he basically saying, stop with the lies. Don't be lying. Right? Joe like, don't be lying, bro. They've been at fair use. I didn't mean to put a picture of Angry Joe up there. All right. So, but that's crazy. It's selective amnesia. It's hypocrisy. It's get over it for one person, and then the next person they like, never forget. How can you tell one person to get over it and the next person never forget? Right? How let's respect the person. How can you take one group of refugees in and mollywop the other ones back over the water with a wiffle ball bat? Oh, hardcore yellow ones. What? Oh, go back to Haiti. Like, oh man, that's respect the person. That's crazy. But that's all right. Most High sits high and look low. Right? He see the whole thing. But one thing you can't stop the awakening. You can't stop the awakening. You can't still kill and destroy John 10:10. Because Yahushua said, I come that you may have life and that more abundantly. You can't still kill and destroy forever. Right? And even if you look at that the statue of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the ones who were in control, they didn't think that they was gonna be put down. Like Babylon, they're like, we on top forever. Then Most High, after 70 years, raised up Persia. Persia, like, man, we doing the thing, right? Then he let Alexander the Great in Greece rule. Greece, like, we untouchable, right? Broke it up into 4 provinces after Alexander the Great died. Then here come Rome, right? And then at the bottom it says it's part iron and part clay. So Roman Empire has something to do with it and the clay, but they're not together, right? They splintered. They are divided, right? They are divided by ideologies. They are divided by beliefs, right? They are divided. They're not really together, but you can't take the other one out because they got power and money and this, that, and the other. Like, look how they try to do Russia over there. They like, man, we'll slap you. Be like, I will slap you back. Like, what? Like Drago and Rocky. Like, he on 1-4 for a week. He like, bro, I'll stop you a week. We got missiles. I got missiles too. Our soldiers wrestle bears. Your soldiers making TikTok videos. We'll slap y'all to sleep straight up and down. And don't believe that whole Ukraine thing. Ukraine winning. Ukraine ain't winning. Ukraine getting mollywopped. Straight up. Don't believe that. Shoot. He cutting energy off to Europe. Be like, you know what? Y'all took my Netflix account. I want to finish watching the Russian Housewives. So guess what? You don't get no electricity. Lights off. Dang. Right? So they part strong, part weak. They part strong, part weak. Right? So warning. What warning? What you said? Give me some more information on that. Scare tactics. TNT. Yeah, amen. Amen. I'm feeling. So I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read this and the other empires are not in scripture. Mongol Empire didn't last long either. Right. I was wondering why Egypt won in there. They had a little strength. Assyria won. Those were the major powers, but Egypt and Assyria, they had little runs and reigns, but they weren't like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Russia has allies too. So, but yeah, man, so it's divided. You can't take the other one out. You know, you got so many deals on the table. Charles West in the building. Shalom. You got all of these deals on the table. You can't just be like, see, that's why This is the reason why if I'm the producer and you're the consumer, you're at my mercy, right? If I own all of the stores, if I own all of everything, you produce, you consume, I produce, and I let you know what you can do, what you can't do. I'll hire you. You make me mad, I'll fire you. You feel what I'm saying? I control the narrative. I control your soul, the bodies and souls of men. So that's the reason why a lot of folk ain't rising up. Man, he a millionaire. He powerful. He close to a billionaire. He got this contract to run the football, this, that, and the other. That don't mean nothing. They want to say that thing. They silently like, man, I want to say something, but I can't. Right? Bodies and souls of men. They ain't been bought with a price. Right? Look at Tebow. Right? He ain't get a chance to finish playing his season out because of his stance and stuff. Man, it cost you something, man. It straight up cost you something. Right? So I wanted to look at two more things. I don't know if I'm better again. I have some other. I'm just gonna read the definitions that I'm coming on. Okay. So when you don't do what they say, another miss is misbehavior, misconduct, rather. Misconduct, any behavior that goes against the code of conduct or other policies that is dedicated to the employer should behave at work. So taking a knee, that's misconduct, right? Not, saying something about whatever is misconduct, right? They come up with a law, statute of command, and they civil laws. They wanted to outweigh the most high laws a lot of the time. Misconduct, right? Misconduct. Yeah, Darius is Persian. Okay. All right. The second one that I want to read because misdirection. Oh man, this is terrible. Misdirection. You're going in one direction. Like a lot of people are buying that H2N series. They want to discredit Kyrie and misdirect. Synonyms for that is mislead, right? To dupe, to trick, to misinform, to misguide. Crazy. Misdirect. So we got misconduct, misdirect, miseducation. My man's Carver, not Carver. Man, hold on. Carter G. Woodson. I say Carver. Carter G. Woodson came up with that miseducation of the Negro. If you are miseducated, uninformed, ill-informed, Glenda Palm, shalom, 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 blessings to you. But if you are uninformed, then you can't make decisions, right? So if I control a narrative, if I control, even in your school books, right? That's why the CRT is real important. CRT is not shining a bad light. CRT is telling the truth. That's all it's doing, is just telling the truth. And it's like, nah, man, we already wrote the history. But is it the truth? Is it the true history? Man, it's going to make me look bad. I know. But that's okay. Tell the truth, though, right? Tell the truth, right? So that CRT, that's another reason why they come. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into some affluent neighborhood. That was my goal, is to go in an affluent neighborhood and ask them about CRT. What do they think about CRT? Do they critical race theory is what CRT is? Do they think it's a good idea? It's a bad idea? Or what? Are they going to we're changing the fabric of history is what's told, but it's going to shine a negative light. I want to control the narrative. You was a slave in the backwoods of Africa with a bone in your nose. We got you. We brought you over here. We civilized you. Like, we never hear about the Moors. We never hear about the Mali and Songhai Empire. We never hear about the Moors of Spain and the reign in Europe. We'll never hear about that. I didn't hear about none of that stuff till later. I was a grown man. Like, what? Right? So when we hear the story, they relive the story and they telling the story. There he was, surrounded by redcoats. All he had was a butcher knife. What was I doing? Tyrone, you was a slave. Don't interrupt me no more. Now back to the story. You know how they tell it. The history. When you go into history class, boy. I work out of school. I've been in school 15 years, and boy, when it comes to the slavery part and the Civil War part and all that stuff, I'm just like, oh man. Tell it all, man. Tell it all. Let us be able to heal. Don't diverge. We got to be all accountable. You can't hold me accountable if you're not accountable yourself. If you're doing some underhanded stuff, you can't say anti-Semitic to get me off of you and then put out, an Anne Frank film or whatever. I say anti-Semitic. It might say something to me about saying that. I would say anti. I'm from here on. I would say anti, fair use. And then put out Anne Frank film. Now the Holocaust is terrible. I'm not being insensitive at all. I seen the videos. I seen, man, they got done wrong. The peasant, the low class got done wrong. The elites let the peasants get done wrong so they can, see, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that on this show just yet. I'm going to check. But it's the story behind it. I ain't going to get into it. But all I want to say is they got done wrong, right? But all I'm saying is we got done wrong too. Leopold, we never heard of Leopold in high school, college, elementary school. He went over to the Congo and cut, get the rubber trees, and all who wasn't with it got their arm chopped off. See, now look, now my internet want to act up. See, leave it alone. But anyway, yeah. So some of the stuff we got to go read. So when we go read and we tell other people to read it, it's disinformation. It's misinformation. No, you've been controlling the narrative and telling me what to do and how to do it and what to read, not to read, the whole time. So misdirection, misconduct. Because we're gonna close up. Miseducation. I think even when you get somebody the slave Bible, that's a form of misdirection, miseducation, right? Because you took out Exodus, took out First and Second Kings. I forgot. I wanted somebody and they Google type in the books taken out of the slave Bible or not put in the slave Bible. So it's illegal to read. First of all, don't read. People gonna say this is a divisive show now. Don't read, but just in case you do learn how to read, we're gonna take these liberation books out. If y'all seen that Nat Turner movie, that boy know how to read, and they try to use him as a gatekeeper. Like, man, our cotton production down. Go in there. Hold on, my internet acting up now. So I'm finna get off here. And they ain't gonna have me apologizing like Kyrie. Hold on. But anyway, the cotton production was down. Hey, my internet is doing. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Let me we're going to continue this discussion later. I'm closing out some of these things. So we're wrapping it up right here. So he was going to talk to them and read all of the servants obey your master. Right? You're going to get beat down. Right? So we don't want you to get this information. It's a place that we want you to stay at. Internet acting up. Anyway, so that's it. Misinformation, disinformation. Share it. Thank you guys in the chat. I was gonna show this, but I ain't gonna show it now because now my internet. Hey, man, that was getting good. Chopping it up with the famos. But go look up this real quick. Holocaust denies and public misinformation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Holocaust denies and public information. Dang, man. Oh, wait. So we'll get into that later, but I'm going to put that in the chat. Good chop up with you guys, man. It was a blessing. Put it in the chat if you want to read it. You ain't got to read it. I share that information. That don't mean I'm anti nothing. I'm sharing information. Matter of fact, they ain't gonna say nothing about it because it's from the Holocaust Museum and Encyclopedia. Okay, yeah, getting good. Yeah, man. We're flowing. I'm a descendant of King Leopold on my mother's side, and I'm black. And so, hold on, Calvin Andrews, you kidding the who? I'm a descendant of King Leopold on my mother's side, and I'm black. And so was she. My great grandpa was his son. Calvin, what's going on, brother? Email me, man. What's that? What's up with that? You kin to King Leopold? Gonna be chopping arms off. I heard Leopold on Bugs Bunny, but it never said what he had done. Oh no, they ain't gonna tell you that. But they had the cartoons go blackface. Man, it's sad, man. We've been through a lot, man. I'm gonna close out in prayer. I never heard Jim Crow movies that Canaanites made. Greetings, happy Shabbat. Blessings to you, blessings to you. CRT is important history. They skipped Jim Crow. Yeah, I'm just showing through the chat before I get out of here. The Syrians, y'all start talking about that. Russian allies, yeah. Yep. Fair use, for sure. Fair use. Don't mess with this show. Don't email me. I didn't say nothing. I was just chilling. We up here talking. Chill out. So anyway, Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations dealing with elephants in the room. I'm gonna try to invite Teo and Karis on for the Exodus 101. I just want to be able to just talk to them about those Exodus scriptures and stuff like that. But anyway, misinformation, disinformation. Oh, wait a minute. Charles West. I was talking to my nephew last night on basic biblical history, but he didn't have a basic knowledge of the people or events. Wow. Yeah, man. We saw light in the earth, man. We got to give, like I said, you ain't got to be no theologian or no Bible scholar or nothing like that. Give what you got. Give your testimony, right? How the Most High blessed you, how he's blessing you. Give that testimony, and it's going to help somebody out. Your blessing be a blessing, right? So when you got different things going on in your life and around you, just know that somebody else is worse. Not to put a shadow or say, not to be concerned about your stuff, but I'm saying you be about his business, he'll be about yours. You start blessing folk and pouring out, then your cup will be empty and he'll fill it back up. Right? Don't just keep it all to yourself. Nike just no. What? Suspended Kyrie too? How? How many lashes you got to take? So he said he was sorry. Well, he semi-said he was sorry. Then he's supposed to give $500,000 to the Anti-Defamation League against hate. Then suspended 5 games. Then he had to take the post down. And now I got to check on that Ninja Firewolf. I did not know that. Nike just suspended Kyrie. Do you think, in the chat before I leave for real, that they are going to go after Bezos and Amazon? Because I'm hearing a lot of talk about go after Bezos and have them take it down. It was on there the whole time. Just like when the dude did the Nat Turner movie, he had Red Tails. He had a lot of different movies out. And then as soon as the Nat Turner movie came out, they started bringing up these rape allegations and this, that, and that. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Sincere warning for all believers, truth unedited. Uh-oh. Sometimes when Truth Unedited, when Ron come on with Truth Unedited with the video, I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's like, you're doing double dutch. You got to rock. Sometimes he drop them on Friday night. Sometimes I don't even watch it till Sunday evening or Monday. I got to be truthful, man. I'll be like, woo, grown man conversations. That brother bring grown man conversations, okay? You're cutting out. Right now, my audio is cutting out. Is what you saying, woman of God? My audio? Too much money. ESPN ad pop up. ESPN ad pop up. So you saying in the middle of this live they put an ad up? Is that what you said? No, wait. Okay, you're good right now. No, you are clear. Okay, what did you mean by ESPN ad pop up? Did that come up in the middle of my life? I know they're gonna start putting the commercials in my Gotta focus on this video. Yes. Yes, absolutely. We definitely gotta focus on this video. My brother. Like he must do that full time because it'd be so rich. So that means he studied, his scholarship is unreal. And then you gotta have a video of a man walking across the. I'm like, why you have time to do this, bro? So he must do that full time. So support that brother. Support that brother. Support the Dry Bones as well. And thank y'all in the live, the super chat for supporting me. And the Cash App is all going right back into this Elephant Man equipment and stuff. So we can bless folk. We're blessed to be a blessing. You guys are a blessing. And we gonna chop it up some more. But I'm going to reach out. He debates with his son. I'll go back and read the chat because not right now. I don't know. Oh, fees. Oh, feezy. Blessings. Shalom. 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 We're going to have a panel soon, too, guys. I want y'all to come on up here and we're going to chop it up. Yatiri spell life. But, man, in closing, I know this ain't talking about that, but it won't be a cold winter, y'all, man. They say we're running out of diesel fuel. We're running out of corn. We're running out of diesel fuel. We're running out of everything. Crazy. Right? They talking about extending Black Friday, not just to after Thanksgiving, but a couple of weeks. They're really trying to do they supermarket sweep on that bread. Oh, yes, Truth Unedited. Yep. All right, so, man, we're going to get on up out of here. I like to keep my show short because folk ain't gonna watch it. Very good chop up. I didn't get through all the material, but I'd rather have a lot of material and not get through it than be cut short. So Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations dealing with elephants in the room. I am out.
Perfect.